Hey, what's going on, all my non-sport trading card fans? It's your boy, Retro Hero, back doing a Retro Hero Rip Saturday. That's right, what are we doing today? The Boglins. The Boglins are back. This is the 2022 Collector Trading Card Series of the Boglins, their 35-year anniversary. Super stoked. If some of you out there are my age, you remember the Boglins in 1987. They were on cereal boxes. You saw the Saturday morning cartoons. Super nostalgic. This should come with some great cards in it. Very excited to show this to you today. In addition, we'll talk a little bit about the history of the Boglins and, of course, the Boglins toy line. What makes the Boglins so awesome? King Topar will tell us a little bit about the Boglins today. This, of course, is the remake, not one of the original sculpts from '87, but I'm pretty stoked to have this to my collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Hi, and welcome back, everybody. I am super stoked to talk about the Boglins today. We're going to tear open that collector's trading card box, check out what's in there. Of course, I had to dust off King Topar here for you just to show him off. We're going to talk about what made the Boglins so cool. Such a nostalgic period for me. We're talking mid 80s. I was a very young, we'll call it a preteen at that time, and the Boglins came out. They were so cool. Saturday morning cartoons were awesome, and of course you saw the advertisements on the Saturday morning cartoons. You saw the advertisements for the Boglins on cereal. Such a cool history. If you're from the US, you probably remember the Boglins. If you're from the UK, I guarantee you remember the Boglins. Let me set the mood for you. The year is 1987, the highlight of the gross out era. Garbage Pail Kids are still on every young boy's mind on the school playgrounds. Mad Balls are out. Everybody's got a Mad Ball. The movie is Goonies and Critters. All of these awesome things correlate to what made the Boglins. The Boglins, 1987, created by Tim Clark. You might remember he worked on Fraggle Rock and the Dark Crystal movie, Maureen Torrado and Larry Mass. They came up with the concept idea for Boglins. The fact that Tim Clark worked for Jim Henson Studios, I think, really shows when he did this toy line. The neat part about the Boglins versus, let's say, Mad Balls. Boglins are a sculpt. They're a rubber sculpt, and you put your hand in them. The facial expressions that you can make with the Boglins, and the fact that they have a little device that moves the eyes. You can see the eyes on the Boglin inside of here. They look so realistic. On the bottom, it gives you some instructions. And again, this is a remake for the Boglins, the first series remake that came out. The ones in package from the 80s, they are super duper collectible. But it basically tells you, you put your hand in there, and what this does is you could open or close the mouth to make different expressions by squeezing or opening your hands. And then they have these little knobs in back, and they control the eyes. You can blink, you can move the eyes left to right, you can move them in whatever direction you wanted to. And just like the 80s toy, you see here it says cut along the dotted line, and you'll be able to play with this Boglin inside the crate. So you just stick your hand in there, and of course you can play and move the eyes, all that great things that the Boglins did in the 80s. The packaging a little bit bigger than the 80s because these Boglin sculpts are a little bit larger, at least larger than what I remember. Packaging was completely awesome. They still have the cage. Now the cage does pull out, so you can take your Boglin out and then set them back in here. So the packaging was a big part of playing with this toy. In the back here, it's got some Bogologist field notes. It tells you a little bit of the history of the Boglins and the sculpts, the different characters you can get. These are highly collectible. Now, this again is the 2021 first edition remake of the Boglins, and I had to pick up King Topar because he's just awesome. Man, he just shimmers and shakes in here. And again, looking at those eyes, they were just so realistic. Such a great toy line. Tim Clark put a lot of love into this sculpt, into his puppetry that he did for us in the 80s. I'm super excited that he brought this back. Little bit of history. Boglins, they didn't have a cartoon or a television series, and they really didn't have to. In the 80s, it was all about the actual promotion of your toy line. G.I. Joe had a cartoon, Transformers had a cartoon, but some toy lines started with the actual television commercials. And that's what Boglins did. Man, they ran a really successful commercial television ad campaign in the 80s. Check it out.
Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls. Hey, the name's Boglins, each sold separately, and we're looking for good homes. Maybe yours.
In addition to that, of course, it's the 80s. They had to have a really cool 900 number where you could call in and find out a little bit of the backstory of the Boglins. And then, of course, they gave back to the Special Olympics, which was really cool. Now, setting the mood, the year is 1987. If I was to call a 900 number... that would be there would be no Retro Hero because my father would have killed me. But it was still out there. It was really cool. Check it out.
Me and my buddies want to be your friend, right, guys? Right. Call us at 1-900-909-5464 and hear how we can protect you from ferocious beasts.
And help your teacher grade your math test.
Yeah, new story every day.
One call gets you a 3D Boglin hologram like this.
4 calls get you a set of 6. Trade them with your buddies.
And part of your $2.35 2-minute call goes to Special Olympics.
So get your parents' permission and call us at 1-900-909-5464. Don't get the phone. I said get it, not eat it.
So why were the Boglins so popular in the US and, of course, much, much more popular in the UK? The fact that they were around for another 10 years after the US toy line was pretty much removed from shelves. Well, this, of course, is my personal opinion, but I think they were so popular because the sculpt was done so well. You know, there was puppet toys, there was toys, there was gross out toys, but the Boglins were truly unique. They were so expressive, so much fun to play with. And the most important part, let's see if I can catch some of that light. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are just so realistic in the Boglin sculpt. I remember being in a Toys R Us and a Kmart with my dad and saying, I remember the commercial. I wanted one of these, and they weren't expensive, but they were more than a standard toy at a Kmart or a Toys R Us. And so I never got one. I did have a couple Mad Balls. Of course, every kid could afford 25 cents for a pack of Garbage Pail Kids, but I never could afford a Boglin. So I never had a Boglins toy that was new in package. I do remember going to a garage sale in the 80s and picking up a Boglins and playing with it from there. But this one is brand new in package. That's why I'm not cutting it open. You can see it's still got all of the fasteners on it. He's going to sit on my collection shelf. I just couldn't pass up having a Boglins toy. And then a little research later, I found that they did a trading card set. And the purpose of this set was just the passion of collectors of the Boglins. They have almost what I would call a cult following. That cult following was sending the creator Tim Clark emails and messages and connecting with him on the social media platforms saying, Tim, we want you to bring this series back. So Tim did. Of course, he brought back some of the toys, and then he brought back the Boglins trading card series. Now, if you remember watching that commercial earlier, you could get some hologram trading cards in the 80s, and those are highly collectible. But this is the only other trading card series that exists for this. The neat part about this is, as we crack this open today, there's some great things in here. There's some limited edition cards. There should be a one-of-one sketch in here. So I'm pretty stoked. Let's go ahead and break this open. I'm going to recenter the camera here for you. Let's move the Boglins back and take a look at what the Boglins trading card series is all about. So we've cracked open the box. Here we go. Right on top, we're going to see the sketch card we got for the Boglins. How awesome is that? Wow, that is really, really good art. And there we go. Tim Clark, an autograph on his Hot Rod resin Boglin model. Tim Clark autograph. That is really cool. And of course, we have a Boglin sketch card. Awesome. Made opening this box 100% worthwhile. That is really cool. Here they are. Let's take a look at what the packs look like. Excuse me there. Really nice. We've got a good, maybe a brass sheen to that. Boglins 35th anniversary. 10 Deluxe Ultra Premium trading cards done by Dynamite. On back here it says this pack contains 10 collectible trading cards with random pack base cards, line art cards, puzzle cards, special foil, and vintage paper cards. Awesome. Complete set, 120 base cards plus chase cards that include 9 old-fashioned cardstock, 9 foil cards, 6 special box topper Tim Clark, and hundreds of hand-colored, hand-drawn unique sketches. Really, really cool. Boglins are celebrating their 35th anniversary of Tim Clark's iconic toys. Let's see what the Boglins look like. Oh man, I'm so excited for this. Pack number 1 of the Boglins 35th anniversary trading card. That will be, of course, card number 001. The Boglins are back. The original trio, Drool, Dworik, and Vlob, are now rulers of the kingdom in this new era. Let the world beware, or at least have a pie fight. Very cool. So, glow in the dark, Doink, of the original Boglins series. That's right. That is so cool. Vizlob. If you remember the Boglins series, they had full size and then they had some minis, if I remember, in the 80s. The minis were smaller ones, maybe like a 3 finger or 2 fingers and a thumb Boglins. And then, of course, they had the full size. Boglins Frog Lifting. Very cool. Bat Boglin Orlok. That's a cool one. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. What is this one? Blarf. Okay, so it's kind of like maybe a puzzle or a game card. There's King Dworik. Yeah, we know what he looks like because he's right here. Oh, no, that's King Topar. That's King Dworik. My fault. Anglerfish Boglin. Look at that. That is a great card. That looks fantastic. We got a checklist card. And the Dark Lord Blobkin. Now, the Dark Lord Blobkin, I could have actually picked up. The neat part about the Dark Lord Blobkin and another one that looks a lot like them is they had glow in the dark. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, I believe the ones from the 80s, yeah, I'm pretty sure the ones from the 80s were glow in the dark. But of course, the new era ones that have come out, the first edition remakes, they do have both of those cards as glow-in-the-dark cards. So those are pretty cool. All right. What else we have? We got a soggy Boglins Snish. Like a fish. If you ever played Abe's Odyssey on Xbox, he looks like the fish from there. Yeah, there's the other one. Bogby Bones, the glow-in-the-dark one. One of these was a Toys R Us exclusive in the 80s, so it's pretty valuable as far as today goes. Dwork, very cool. Vlob Fire Eater, awesome. Baby Boglin Blap. Then we have a mini Boglins power card. So it kind of gives the rules for the mini Boglins power card or game card series. Mona Boglin, woo, tongue tied. Amazon Boglin Orange. Werewolf Boglin, that one's pretty cool. Look at all the hair on that. Looks like we've got a special card here. Zombie Boglin special line art card by Tim Clark. That's awesome. Very cool. We're going to open up the entire box today. What we're hoping for is to put together a Boglins trading card set. So yeah, let's keep ripping these. Looks like we've got another Boglins game card there. Fistful of Boglins. We got a foil card in this one. That's awesome. Thrilling Boglins. Another line art card by Tim Clark. Very cool. Boglins Wrestling. That is really cool. Nice foil card. Kind of matches the foil packs on the other side. That's really cool. Special collector trading exclusive premium card number 6. The Boglins Wrestling card. That's awesome. We'll set that aside. And we've got Kneep. Black Grump. Boglins in the Wild. Yeah, the commercials. They would put them out there. Pretty cool. Boglins Frog Lifting again. And looks like puzzle card there. So that's pretty cool. Let's keep ripping into the packs. Soggy Boglins Slobster. Glow in the Dark Clang. Zworik glowing in the dark, probably with the black light there. Vlob Fishing. Baby Boglin Boink. Again, a puzzle card. King Drool. Amazon Boglin Green. That's nice. Another checklist card. In this one we have Cyclops Boglin. Izod Black. Really, really nice. Now, I don't know how big the Boglins trading card line, or excuse me, the Boglins toy line was in the 80s. I do remember seeing them at Toys R Us, and of course they'd have 4 or 5 at Kmart. And if I remember correctly, they were just a little bit more expensive than your average toy. But Sogly Boglins again, Boglins Under the Bed. Very cool. This one's kind of neat. We got Drizzle and the glowing part of him. Another puzzle card there. Baby Boglin Splat. Small Boglin Spoink. Now the small ones were, again, the thumb and 3 finger ones. I thought that's actually pretty cool. What's So Finny? Amazon Boglin Red. Hot Rod Boglins. Look at that. That is really cool. And then another line art card by Tim Clark. Very nice. Hopefully you guys are enjoying today's rip. I bought this box specifically just to tear it open. Really excited so far. We've got a foil card, excuse me for hitting the camera there, and an awesome sketch and autograph card of Tim Clark. That's pretty cool. We are pulling a couple of duplicates here for a large card set, but that's okay. We've seen these already before. Fire Eater, another Baby Boglins, mini Boglins power card rule, part of the puzzle set there. Again, Mona, the orange. Early Boglins prototype, that's really neat. Takes a page from maybe the movie Critters, I think, that sculpt of the Boglins, and then another line art card by Tim Clark there. We got mini Boglins Chief Glunk. That one's pretty cool. I like that one. And then a mini Boglins Glunk. The glow card again, puzzle card. This would be the lick Boglins. That's pretty cool. Really like that packaging there. The small Boglins Slurp. The Boglins blog, where they came from. Alien Vizlob. So a couple colors, and then this one we've got a couple line art, zombie line art cards. I believe the zombie cards and the power cards will create a puzzle. I don't know if we'll get the whole puzzle, but we'll take a look at it if we do. Again, the purpose, I'd love to put together a Boglins 120 card set. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, because as you can see, we're still pulling some duplicates here as we're going through. Whoops. Spoink. What's So Finny, the red, Boglins Science, and again another zombie line art. The card series 2022, if I remember correctly, for the Boglins. Yeah, this came out in 2022, and again done by Dynamite. If you're interested in the Boglins, you have fond or nostalgic memories like I do, you could pick these up. They were part of a GoFundMe type service to bring these Boglins back, and once they were done, they released the trading card series and art, and of course the new edition of toys. If you're interested in these, you can find them on eBay. They're not super expensive as far as a trading card set goes, but in my opinion, they're worth the $100 because you're getting a sketch card, an autograph card, and some pretty cool cards in here, especially the foil cards, although we haven't pulled another foil card yet. A lot of puzzle cards through here. Correlation, not the best. The cards quality, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a thicker cardboard stock. I don't think it's bad at all. It does have a lot of original representations of the 80s toys. Don't see a lot of the remake toys in here, although, you know, why would they probably put those in there for the trading card art series? Our next pack, we've seen a lot of these, so I'm not going to sit and go through them here with you. We're looking for something new. Here's the Glork resin model of the Boglins, so how he put it basically together. Some had hands, feet, tails. Others were a little bit smaller, so just the actual puppet head. I believe mine, the King Topar, has hands and a tail. As well as eyes that both the eyelids close and move side to side, and the standard mouth movement. So the molds for these came when they were done with a really flexible type rubber, which made them very expressive. The hard part about this is if you played with your Boglins outside, they got really, really dirty, and they were not made to be cleaned off with some water or something like that. You had to maybe wipe it down with a wet rag. I remember mine got really dirty when I bought it as a kid from a garage sale, and then of course as I played with it more and more and more, just got filthy on the inside and the outside. But hey, you know what? 80s toys, they were meant to be played with, right? There's a zombie Boglins. That one's pretty cool. I like that. The glow-in-the-dark series. A piece of action Boglins. Yeah, that's right. These, I believe, were UK, and they were neat because they did some other things. They had some things that maybe popped out of them. I know the eyes popped out and stuff popped out for the head. So that's pretty cool. Another one there. We've got the Bat Boglin Vlad again. As far as a card set goes, you know, the collation on these is not super good. Again, you know, my ultimate hope is that I put together a set. I don't know if I'm going to get it. We will take a look at that towards the end to see if we did get a set. More than 120 cards, 240 cards, 24 packs are coming through these, but you do have line art cards and a couple of the special cards. I'm not sure how many foil cards you get. My thought is I thought maybe they come in one in every 6 or 8 packs, but time will tell here as we go through this box. So far we've only pulled one of them. The puzzle art cards are actually pretty cool. We seem to be pulling quite a bit of those. That's kind of nice. So mini Boglin Glurg. You know why you call them Glurg there. Very cool. We're getting through this box actually pretty quick. Here's the next pack. Mona King Topar, yep. Oh, that's a old school. So this will be on maybe a different type of cardboard stock. That's pretty cool. I actually like that. Special collector's trading card exclusive premium vintage paper card, 1 of 9. So we got number 5, and that is just a really, really thick cardboard paper card stock. So that's pretty cool. I like that. More of the line art cards. Again, year 1987, Boglins lasted a few years in the U.S., and then maybe one of my UK buddies, someone like Bobby B, will know a little bit more, but I do know that they lasted over a decade in the UK, so they were much, much more popular over there. I think everyone in the U.S. kind of moved on just because of the type of commercials and the promotions that all of the toys had. You know, coming home from school and watching Thundercats and G.I. Joe and Transformers always made you want those toys. So at least me as a kid, I seemed to move on pretty darn quick whenever somebody came out with something new here. Another checklist there, another puzzle card there. Getting towards the bottom of the box here. I think we got 3 or 4 packs, so we did get a vintage paper card. We did so far get a artist autograph, or excuse me, artist sketch and an autograph of Tim Clark, as well as the special foil card. Maybe there's something else in here. We'll see what we got. That's something new. We got Dwarric Deuce Coupe. Kind of put them on the monster mobiles. Here, we're getting some new ones, so that's kind of cool. Boblin Gator Rodeo. Again, the zombie Boglins. This one's nice. Special vintage art prototype of the Boglins. Again, very creature-esque, critter-esque from the movie. Oh, I think we got 4 or 5 packs left, so we'll keep ripping. We're going to tear open this whole box today, hoping for something else special in here. Don't think we pulled it from this pack. Hi Zoe, always watching. Again, the eyes so realistic in the Boglins card series. That's truly what made them unique in the fact that they had a much, much higher range of motion. I am assuming, you know, the price point, because there was so much more to the Boglins than what was actually to like a Mad Ball or something like that, is more than likely the reason why they were price point maybe out of the American market. You know, you could save your allowance from mowing a lawn and go and get a G.I. Joe figure. Transformers, Boglins, something like that, you always had to save a little bit more or ask for those specifically at your birthday, because Yep. If you were like me, my allowance didn't last long. I was either at the arcade or at the store or waiting for a Nintendo game to go on sale. Again, Hot Rod Boglins. That's very cool. And then these are the Gargoyle Boglins. Yeah. Last pack in the box. So I think we pulled everything we were pretty much going to pull that was special from the box. I really hope you guys enjoyed Saturday Retro Hero Rips. The Boglins are back. That's awesome. Black Grump. Again, a piece of the action Boglin. Well, I am going to take a look and see if I do have a full set. I seem to be pulling something new from every other pack, so I'm probably thinking I am not going to get a full set. Baby Boglin's not. But we don't know, so yeah, they fell over there. Let's go ahead and set these aside. Let's look at the hits that came in the Collector Series box. First hit is going to be the Special Collector Exclusive Premium Vintage Paper. Again, a real thick cardstock. Feels nice in your hands. We did get one of the exclusive premium cards. Again, this is a super thick stock for the foil cards. I think I pulled a great foil card, Boglin Wrestling. That's really cool. And of course, we have a Boglins art and signature card by Tim Clark on the resin model. So that is absolutely awesome. One of these come in every collector's edition box. So I think that's pretty cool. That was the Boglins trading card series. Why don't you stick around for just a moment? I'll bring you back and let's see if one box can put together a set. Hi everyone, welcome back. So by the miracle of YouTube, I was able to instantaneously put together a set. It does take some time. I do have a full set of Boglins base. That is card number 1 to card number 120. Of course, I put them in, this one is a 150 count slide box with the wrapper top and bottom to protect the cards. These are all the extra base cards. I did not go through and put them in numerical order. So you are guaranteed a base set from a box opening. I think that is fantastic. Here are all our great pulls. So this is the Tim Clark autograph card. That's awesome. So thank you so much for that, Tim. Here is the foil card. That's great. I did end up having 2 of the vintage paper cards, the extra thick cards, Boglins in the Wild and Grizzle Glow. So that is very cool. And of course the sketch card here. And it looks like Erica Hesse has drawn the sketch card for the Boglins. Very nice, really good sketch card. Very, very nice. So that is what comes in a collector's box. We have a full set, a bunch of extra base, and of course some hits. Topps Fanatics, why don't you guys take note of this? This is a great collector's box. How wonderful would that be when you bought one of those from the Garbage Pail Kids? Hopefully you guys enjoyed Retro Hero Rips Saturday. Today was the Boglins. The Boglins were back. They have been ripped, and I really enjoyed it. When you do a box rip, it's hard to kind of talk about your memories and the cards and everything else. So if I rambled a little bit, like I'm doing now, I apologize. Next Saturday, we'll do a new Retro Hero Rip. There is another show and tell, episode 99, coming soon. Why don't you guys take a look at some recent pickups? Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much. Remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. 1,500 subscriber giveaway coming soon. For you Boglin fans, we'll probably be throwing out a couple of these hit cards. There is some extra Boglins cards, so if you saw a hashtag somewhere in today's video, make sure you put that in the comments section, and you could have a whole bunch of Boglin base cards to add to your collection. All right, thank you so much. You guys take care. Talk to you again soon. Bye.